Hello and welcome back to the Talking Reality podcast. In today's episode, we are discussing whether or not we are all victims of good marketing or bad marketing, whatever way you look at it. Michael, welcome back.
Welcome back.
You're the guest today.
Well, I know that you are definitely a victim of bad marketing.
Is it bad marketing or good marketing now?
Well, it's good for them, but it's bad for you.
Why is it bad for me?
Because you'll buy anything. You'll buy anything that has. What did you say earlier? As long as a doctor is promoting it, you'll buy it.
Well, yeah.
What did you buy the other day? Something for
basically,
brain, blood to the brain.
Yeah, it improves blood flow to the brain, of which mine was pretty slow, so I needed some improvement. Yeah, I bought these tablets. I'm not even sure what they're called, to be honest. But yeah, he was on Stephen Bartlett's podcast, and he was saying, you take these tablets, one a day, and it improves blood flow to the brain. And since I've been taking it, my blood flow's been really good.
Based on what?
How I personally feel.
What a load of smack.
I know. Anyway, let's get back to the episode. So today's episode, this came from a motivation. So I was doing a delivery driver role, right? And I was delivering food to people's...
Are we doing shout-outs?
No, okay. No shout-outs, please. And I was delivering food to people's properties. And there was one customer that had, like, I'm not kidding you, it must have been 50 to 100, like somewhere in that bracket,
yeah,
of protein yogurts. And I was just looking, thinking...
They're high in sugar, aren't they?
Well, lots of them,
are.
you know... I think we perceive them as something that's very healthy for us, but actually...
20 grammars.
When you dig deep, they're not actually all that great. And I'm not sure it's the best quality protein that you can consume. So this got me thinking, right, how easily we are seduced by packaging, right? And fucking, I know that sounds boring. Jesus Christ, lads, what are we talking about today? Fucking packaging. You sad pricks. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so... This like gave me the idea to go to Tesco's and think, right, how much are these companies actually mugging us off? So on the left, I've got some protein thin bagels. And for anyone who's listening on Spotify,
You're a salesman.
I'm not a salesman, mate.
Show the camera then.
It's on the camera. They can see them, right? And they're advertised as protein bagels with 8 grams of protein. And don't get me wrong,
wait, I've seen them in your basket.
Yes,
you do buy them a lot.
Yes, I am one of the victims of good marketing.
So Warburtons have whipped your pants down. Is that
correct? But if you let me finish my point, so I could explain to the viewer, right?
And you're still in bun shape. It's not helping, is it?
I'm in better shape than you, okay? And that's going to be a future episode where we're going to have a face-off, right?
A face-off?
Yeah. And we're going to have a physique off.
A physique off?
Yes.
This is getting weird, man.
Anyway, so then you've got the other bagels, which is just Warburton's, like, sesame seed bagels. And don't get me wrong, these are thin bagels. So actually, in terms of protein per gram...
they go nice with venison.
Oh, they are nice with venison grill steaks. Yeah, I would have to agree with that. But listen, this is what you keep derailing the story, okay? You're making it very difficult for me to explain to the viewer.
I'm trying to make it interesting.
Right, okay. Listen, the viewers are interested in this because we all care about our bodies and we want to improve ourselves, yeah? So, these bagels... Fucking hell. This was literally a 30-second thing and you've made it 5 minutes now.
Right, go on, just tell them about the bagels.
These bagels, right, these have 8.3 grams, the Warburton sesame seed bagels, for the Spotify listeners. And these protein bagels have 8 grams. So actually, you're buying the protein bagels and you're thinking, listen, I'm going to be looking like Chris Hemsworth. You know, 6 months of these protein yogurts, and I'm going to be jacked. And actually, you look at a lot, like Weetabix is another one where they've got this protein.
Yeah, they got a protein
Weetabix. I mean, what a load of waffle.
Mars are another one.
Yeah, protein Mars bars. Like, I don't have the statistics, but you go and look at it. Like,
yeah, but the problem is they're selling to the public that are not clued up with nutrition, they're not clued up with the gym, and they're looking for an easy fix. So, of course, Mars bar is going to be appealing. because you think you're getting the protein, but you don't realise you're getting the other, what's it, like 700 calories or whatever stacked into a little bar.
Yeah, but I suppose the real message is like these big companies that they're like, we don't challenge what they sell us.
No.
We just kind of look at the packaging and think, oh, that's got to be good. They've banged protein on that. And I guess, like, for me, what the message is, like, having looked at something as simple as that took me 20 seconds in Tesco's last night just to see that, oh, Christ. Because I used to buy those protein bagels religiously and my arms weren't getting any bigger. So that was when I started to do a bit of research.
I still haven't.
I know. It's got nothing to do with the bagels. Anyway, but yeah, I think, you know, I guess the point is like, these companies, they don't have our best interests at heart, do they? They want to, at the end of the day, they want to make profit. So I think it's important to do your own research, dig deep into things, have a little look, at least look at the packaging of what you consume in it on a very regular basis.
Yeah, I guess it's a bit like Monster Energy, though, isn't it? Like, how many, like, if you go to the gym, how many empty cans do you see that around, like, JD? Like, it's everywhere. Like, people just nailing Monster.
Why are you shaming JD?
I'm not shaming JD.
Listen, this happens in every gym.
What happens at the leisure centre, does it?
Yes, mate.
Okay.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship deal with JD, and you're throwing them under the bus.
I apologise for that. It was no shade on JD. I'm just saying a lot of the gym users are smashing cans of Monster as if it's a product that enhances your performance in the gym.
Yeah, I think Monster, that was one I was going to come on to. I think that's a great point.
Came from gamers, though, didn't it?
Sorry?
Is that its origin story?
Yeah, I think
the gamer community.
Relentless and Monster and all those sort of things. It's not so much that, you know, you're dissing the product, but it's the way that I think personally, it's genius what they've done in terms of being able to market it as a gym product.
But that's what I'm saying. They shifted from like the gaming community. I think that's where they were really targeting, and they've like shifted now into like this sort of gym market. Even though it's not a performance enhancing drink, it's still caffeine. It's still full of sugar. It's still full of bollocks. But people are smashing them in the gym as if like it's pre-workout. But it's not a pre-workout, is it really? Well,
I mean, to a degree it is. I suppose I take a lot of caffeine prior to the gym.
You've been guilty of that as well.
Sorry?
You've been guilty of Monster as well.
Well, to be honest, mate, it was when I saw a study on Facebook. Probably not the best place
Good
to
source,
get.
yeah.
Probably not the best source, yeah. I wouldn't be citing that in one of my essays for uni for sure. But anyway, I saw this study, I had a look into it, and apparently Monster is not great for hair loss. Not that I'm losing my hair.
They do say,
but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be
bald and skinny, basically.
There's nothing wrong with being bald and skinny.
No, but I'm just saying
I'm not skinny either.
It's not what you're looking for, though.
No. But yeah, I just, you know, there was that, and then there was someone else posting about how bad it is for you, and yeah, I just sort of thought, so I sort of sacked them off. The thing is, I do still drink pre-workout, but I do a bit of research now myself. I go and I have a little look what's actually in the products. I look at people's reviews. How's it making people feel? It's like I feel like sometimes we just consume things without we don't even take a second's thought. We just pick it up off a shelf, and we're thinking. And I'll tell you another one that I think is guilty of it as well, is Grenade, like the company that makes grenade bars. Like,
yeah, they're popular.
Like, I'm saying all this, and I consume stupid amounts of grenade bars because they taste good. But when I'm trying to lose weight, I wouldn't, because they're really high in calories, and they're, you know, they've been able to promote themselves and market themselves as a healthy. And I'm not saying they're not
health product.
They're not. It's not so much as whether it's about being healthy or unhealthy. It's never that black and white, because actually, you know, is it a good alternative to say maybe having a big massive bar of dairy milk? Probably. Or even just a dairy milk, but maybe. I mean, it has got protein in it, I guess, you know, but to buy it and thinking, like, when I first started eating them when I was a bit younger, I thought they were really healthy, and I thought, like, I was having like sometimes 2 a day, and like you have 2 a day, that's equivalent of pretty much another meal. So if you're trying to lose weight, for example, then that's writing off a lot of your results. So I think, you know, I'm not sure that they're necessary. You go and buy, like, for example, I bought a grenade bar last night in Tesco's, and they're in the diet section in Tesco.
Yeah, they market it as like a health product. That's the problem. Like Holland and Barrett do the same. They bring them in and put them next to other products
Yeah, and
that
I
are
think,
health related. But why do you fall into the marketing trap? Is it because, like you said, if there's a doctor that promotes it,
well,
you
now
believe in it?
I think the blessing that I think of watching the Diary of a CEO podcast is he has a lot of people on who are talking about this sort of thing, who are discussing what we consume, how we just take things for granted. I mean, some of it goes too far. Like there was a guy on there the other day saying, trying to like almost put people off eating bananas because there's better fruit to it. And I'm like, come on, man, you're going too far now.
Was he a doctor as well?
I believe so.
So you don't believe in all doctors?
Well, whether or not you're a doctor is not the point, really, is it?
Well, it does, because it reels you in.
It doesn't necessarily reel
It does.
me
That's
in.
why you bought the
No,
the
it's all
brain
about the content.
blood bollocks.
Well, you say that, and like this is so. So what about the point where
about Dr. Pepper?
No, Dr. Pepper. You're a child, man. Anyway, the point about your lecturer in uni with one of the students.
Oh yeah.
So talk about that point, because that's an interesting one.
Yeah, so that lecturer's got a PhD, so he is a doctor of physiology, I think. That's his subject. But if you were to look at him, you would say he's not in awful shape or anything, but like he's not training for like hypertrophy. You can tell that. And this student is a bodybuilder, and he had a bit of a debate with him because the lecturer was saying through his studies and the thesis that he wrote that you only need 20 grams of protein to gain muscle mass
a day.
Yeah. But the student was like, no, I know that's not true. I had to consume more, and this is why I am the size I am. Because if I did just 20 grams, then I'd look like you and I wouldn't look like me. That's what he was saying to the lecturer.
Which is a fair point. And that's, I guess, again, it's challenging information. Don't just take what somebody says.
Yeah, but if let's just say that lecturer brought out a product and was saying, 20 grams of protein does this, that it's not. Yeah, theoretically it might be correct, but he hasn't put it into practice, has he? So it could be a load of bollocks. So who do you believe here?
It comes down to the same thing, though. Do your own research. At least
I think you've got to experiment with products as well. You can't
definitely
just go off a bad review or.
Yeah, because we all react to things differently, don't we? And I think to kind of wrap up this shorter podcast that we're doing, like these shorter episodes, I think one company, from my own perspective, that I've kind of used over the last 9 months, and I think are fantastic at marketing, they're really, really good, is Huel.
You love Huel.
I do love Huel. I'm not going to lie. I love Huel because Huel, it's the fact you're getting all the vitamins and nutrients that you need.
Are you though?
Well, I'm going off what they say, and it's an approved product. It's for me, I've noticed good results with it. I know you're looking at me thinking you still look exactly the same, but
from 2009. But yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but no, I think it's a great product. I think for me, they come across as a company that like really care about the consumer, whereas I don't think you could say that about a lot of other companies where the consumers. I mean, obviously, every company's main priority is profit, has to be, but. Yeah, I just think with Huel, I think it's the convenience element of it. You're ensuring you're getting enough protein, and it's just a healthy. It's not something like I don't look at it and think I'm going to have that instead of a meal. It's just something to supplement and enhance.
That is how they promote it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
As a meal replacement.
Yeah,
shake.
but for some people that works, and it is good for weight loss. I'm not sure it's the most efficient way, but we listen. The world we live in today, we're always looking for convenience, aren't we? And it's a very convenient product. So for me, it works, and I've had good results with it. Yeah. And so I think, but I to be fair, I found it out again through Stephen's podcast, because he had Julius on there, the guy who came at it's Julius. I can't think of his last name. But
the guy who was working for Tesco.
Yeah, he was working for Tesco.
He created his own product.
Yeah, and he obviously created Huel, and it's been hugely successful. It's massive in America now as well, and there's
a vendor. There's a vendor in the bull ring, and
there is, and they're branching into like super greens and all this sort of stuff now as well, which is
athletic greens.
Yeah,
that's like like a competitor in America, but they're doing like the same sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to pull it.
And they got
Because they know people want something quick and easy. Like we was talking about before we start recording about meals. Obviously, like good food takes a while, doesn't it? Like to prepare if you're doing homemade food. So like the idea of having the nutrition from that in a shake, which takes like 2 minutes to make, is a great idea. But then, are we actually getting everything we need? I'm not too sure about that.
And I think to wrap up, the point should be: are you doing enough of your own research? And it doesn't need to be like, you sat there on Wikipedia going through. I mean, no, you wouldn't do your research on Wikipedia really, but I mean, you don't have to be online fucking researching everything like that you're going to consume. But at least, for example, with like the bagels situation, right? At least have a look at the back of products. Don't just see our protein. Like, at least have a look at the sugar content, the fat content. Like, just try and educate yourself a little bit. I mean,
yeah,
I say all this, and I'm guilty of good or bad marketing, whatever way you'd look at it. So yeah, I know you are as well, because we were going to talk about your obsession with Red Bull, but I think we'll leave that for another podcast.
Okay.
So thanks everybody for watching the first of our shorter episodes of the TRP. If you give us a like, follow, and subscribe, it'd be appreciated hugely. And we'll catch you on the next one.